if you're an agency owner trying to reach out to leads with no real game plan, no real organization, that's exactly why it's not working. So let's talk about a fix and how to actually approach this. So I like to look at this with 3 steps in mind. So step number 1 absolutely needs to be just the structure, the foundation, the planning, the organization, because I think a lot of owners that maybe they feel desperate or they know they need to do some lead gen if they're doing it themselves or they're tasking their team to do it. There's not a deep game plan there. And so we have a general concept of who the ICP is, who the target audience is, but it's often just not enough. And so, to be able to even find accurate data and clean that data, we need to really nail down at a deep level who our ICP is. So understanding that ICP, understanding the messaging, the positioning, the offer structure, the sequences, the time frames of it, and then also how we're organizing a nurture cycle and a value add cycle for these prospects as well over time. Because I've been through this, I'm guilty of this as well. And I say, you know what, I'm gonna come back and revisit this lead in 3 months, right? They say reach back out, or I know it's a really good prospect, don't hear from them. And so I tell myself I'm gonna reach back out in a month or 3 months or 6 months. And you going in and tracking that manually, I'm telling you right now, is just not going to work. It's not going to be clean. And you're going to forget and lose a lot of really good conversations and leads just because it doesn't stay organized that way. So I would say find a way to implement some sort of CRM into this as well so that you're tracking what's working, what's not, and then who you need to follow up with in the future. Step number 2, I really like the idea of focusing on automation before a bunch of manual effort. That could be tracking different intent data across your automations, like those who click on certain links, those who respond but might not be ready, those who respond but might not book yet. I would definitely start there, let the tools handle the volume. And then we're going to move to step number 3, which is the manual effort. And to me, it makes the most sense to reserve manual effort, manual outreach, you sending an email, you sending a message, you calling somebody. To me, it makes the most sense to reserve that for those who have the highest intent or the highest value for you and your agency.